Hello, everyone. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today I'm here to talk about the Change Tarot. This is a 78 card deck and guidebook for psychological and spiritual exploration by Jessica Dorr, illustrated by Xavier Lopez. This is a new production from Hay House. Shout out to Hay House for sending this over to me for purposes of review and so that I could share it with you. It is an RWS redrawn clone with a different color story than the RWS, and then a guidebook that really kind of focuses on the psychological style reading or the self help style reading. This captivating and transformative 78 card tarot deck seamlessly intertwines the realms of psychology and spirituality. Designed to offer a truly unique and profound approach to tarot reading, this deck serves as a powerful tool for healing, self empowerment, and spiritual awakening. The Change Tarot explores new ways of looking at the traditional Rider Waite Smith imagery, guided by psychology, behavioral science, spirituality, and old stories. This allows for a holistic understanding of the human experience and encourages readers to explore the intricacies of their inner worlds and uncover hidden truths. So, the guidebook, I think, is based very much on Tarot for Change, which is a book by Jessica Dorr or Dore. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce her last name. And this book, from what I've heard, now I don't have that book, but from what I've heard, this is just like a truncated version of her Tarot for Change. So if you like that book or if you've been interested in it, you might want to check this tarot deck out. Or if you would just like a little pocket version of that, to go along with some cards, I think that this would be a good thing to pick up. Also, if you pick up this deck and you are further interested in, reading more, you might want to pick up her book, vice versa. So it does say in here that the interpretations offered are derived and adapted from her first book, Tarot for Change, a collection of what she's considered at times to be too well kept secrets from the fields of behavioral change and psychotherapy. She says, "It is important to me that my ideas about what the symbols and images of the tarot may mean are taken as some among many possible meanings, because I understand meanings as something that is made and remade in context, rather than something fixed or fully formed. In offering just some of the many meanings I've made from inside my own context over the years, self help publishing, professional psychology, social work, and my personal life and social locations, I hope to provide an example of what it can look like to make meaning in one's own worlds, meaning that remains open to change and new learning. Onward, Jessica Dorr, LSW." So, as far as her pedagogy here, it says that the major arcana may signify points on a life's journey, forces at work beyond the surface of our awareness, or keys that open doors to new possibilities. And then, so as you read through the guidebook, the major arcana, minor arcana, and stuff, this is all listed here, kind of the energy that you will feel from her writings in the guidebook. So it says the major arcana may signify points on a life journey, that's typical. But then it says forces at work beyond the surface of our awareness, or keys that open doors to new possibilities. And then the minor arcana explore four domains of human experience: spiritual, emotional, behavioral, and intellectual, associated with the wands, cups, swords, and pentacles, respectively. So wands would be spiritual, cups emotional, swords behavioral, and pentacles intellectual. So it's a little bit different than what we would normally see in a tarot. She did not change the elements, the alchemical elements, I guess they are. So wands are still associated with the fire element, but it says wands in this deck are associated with energy, including spiritual life and creativity. Cups are still water, but they're associated with emotional life, including imagination and connection. I mean, I think that's how I normally do associate cups. Then it's swords are air with intellect, including thoughts and discernment, right? And then pentacles, this one is a little bit different for me. Traditionally linked with the earth element, pentacles in this deck signify behavior, including values and the body. Now, body is something I do include with pentacles. Um, Behavior, yes. Values, not normally. It's not something that normally comes up. Maybe one or two of the cards. So she's very much like drilling down into that in the Pentacle suit in her interpretations. So for each one, you get the number and the title, and then a write up. Get a write up. There's no keywords or anything in here. You just need to read what she's written here. There is space if you want to go through as you're reading through and write yourself a few keywords just so that you have it available quickly if you want to have that reference. But this is kind of what you have in your guidebook. Good write ups for each card. And then in the back, it's just about working with tarot and her take on that, how to ask questions of the card, shuffling. This is a 1 card pull, a 3 card pull, and then information on how to go about doing larger spreads, and then about the author, about the artist. And Xavier Lopez is a Chilean artist and animator. So I like her artwork. I haven't ever seen her artwork before, I don't think. But this is where you can find her on Instagram. I think I'm going to go look her up. I haven't done it. I keep saying I'm going to do that every time I open the book, but I haven't done it yet. We'll look closer at this after we look at the cards. So let's take a look. The card is borderless, and then you have the title box at the bottom of each card with a number and the title. Very clear. It is a very straightforward RWS clone. None of the symbolism has been changed as far as I can tell. It's just been redrawn in this fun artwork with this lovely color palette. I really, really enjoy this color palette. Yeah, love it. I mean, this one has been changed a little bit. Of course, like it's been cleaned up and made more, I don't even know. I wouldn't, maybe more modernized a little bit, but it still doesn't look completely modern. You know what I mean? Like this chair kind of brought into the modern times her dress a little bit, but this one still looks medieval. So I don't know. It's a mashup, but I like it. She's definitely made the people look more like people I would know today. They don't look so distant. It doesn't feel so um, far away. It definitely feels like something that looks familiar to me as far as like the modernization of it. Some kind of mix between modern and and classic. It's nice. I like the color palette. I like the redrawing. The people look real. Their faces look real. They look like people I might see, like renderings of people that I might know or I could know. She's definitely cleaned up some of the things that are in the RWS that could be a little bit more difficult to make out. Added some things, but mostly just cleaned up what was there and modernized the rendering of it. So yeah, nothing too like I didn't see anything that really stood out to me as far as big changes. So if you know the RWS, or if you're working with the RWS to learn tarot, and you're like, oh, I know a lot of people don't like the way the RWS looks or the coloring, this is definitely a great option because it stays very, very close. Now, if you're working with the coloring and you're reading, this is not going to work for you, I don't think, because it's not color coded or anything. And I'm not sure. I'm trying to think if the colors maybe are correlated, like if this blue is correlated with the blues in the RWS, if the greens are correlated with the greens. I can't remember exactly now that I'm looking at this. But, if you're not doing the color theory, using the colors to learn to read it, then I think all the other symbolism or symbology is here. So, yeah. Eight of Wands, Queen of Wands. I love this mustardy yellow that they've chosen for the color, for this color. There's only maybe like 5 colors in the whole deck, I think. It's like this lavender, this like grayish lavender, red. There's like a this blue. It looks gray on the screen, but this is like a grayish blue. And the mustard color. Here's the lavender popping up again. So they just keep recycling the same colors. This is another color too. This is like well, it's kind of more that lavender, I guess, but it's more pinky, more brown. I don't even know. I can't even tell you what these colors are. You would think I would know, but I don't. Yeah, this color here. And then I think the tones, some of them are lighter than others. Like this is the same color as this, but just in a lighter tone. So yeah, really just those 4 colors recycled again and again and again. So it's nice. It's calm. And if you like these colors, this could definitely be an option. Oh, there's a green too. But I didn't see that green much. There you go, 4 of Swords. And I'm not going to spend too much time here. I'm just going to let you look at them. But, I mean, we know they do look very much like the RWS, so I won't spend too much time on them. But I do want to give you enough time to, like, see the images. I changed that one a little bit. Page of Swords, Knight, Queen, King. I love this butterfly throne. All right, and onto the Pentacles. I'm just gonna move these. All right, these. Here's our 2, 3, 4, the 5, 6, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Pretty. I like the colors. I really like that lavender with the orange or gold or mustard yellow. I guess I would call it a mustard yellow. It's pretty. This one as well. This one is more of a blue, the grayish blue. The dogs are lavender, so they just recycle the colors. Queen, the little rabbit on the run there, and here's our king. And again, the backs. So my deck came in these sort of, it was in one chunk with a band around it. And, you know, the last card did get eaten up a little bit. I don't know if you can see that from the band because it was too tight. Now, I don't know if all the decks will come like that, but I know that sometimes that happens. And I've had that happen on another one of my decks, and I just took a black marker and went over the white, and I never saw it again. Like I never noticed it again. But something that did kind of get to me when I shuffled this was that I don't know if they've changed their production company or the machines they use to produce it or what, but they've started cutting them in two different chunks instead of one. And when my 2 chunks are very different in size. I don't know if you can see that, but they are significantly different in size. And because they are, I don't know, it's hard to show it to you, but you'll see once I shuffle that they become really chunky on the edges, and that makes it hard for me because I already have a hard time shuffling these cards. The cardstock is that sort of papery, cardboardy stock it's a matte with that sort of little bit of sheen. But I don't know if you can see how chunky and jagged it is. Now that I've shuffled it once, it's almost impossible for me to riffle shuffle this again. Now all I'm getting is clumps. You see, because of that jagged edge now that I have. It really is a problem for me. I have such short hands. Even doing it this way becomes an issue for me to shuffle these. So this is going to be problematic for me to shuffle. I tried it this way, and I think this is probably the only way I'm going to be able to, for me to shuffle it. So if you have small hands like me and your deck comes like that, I don't know if they're all coming like that. If you have this deck, let me know if yours came like that or if it was just, a fluke. Let us know in the comments below. If you are an overhand shuffler, the shuffle's lovely. And you don't have anything to worry about. But if you're a ripple shuffler, that's something to consider. It's definitely something to consider, to get your cards mixed. Now, for this, I would probably want a fan because I'm not even sure if I got them shuffled well. The fan clumps a little bit, but that might be because the cards are fairly new. I have used them, but they are fairly new. All right, so we've got Two of Wands, Seven of Swords. I want a court. I wanted to try to get, should we read Seven of Swords? Let's read Seven of Swords, and let's see if we can get a court card and a major as well. All right, the World and the Page of Swords. No, let's read it from a different, here, the Queen of Wands. All right, so let's start with the World. It says, the world may stand for an experience of absolute reality. In the words of the mythic Hermes Trismegistus, absolute reality is all times and places, all substances and qualities and magnitudes together. In a less esoteric sense, the world may have to do with experiencing life as it is, in all its ambiguity and contradictions. Founder of dialectical behavioral therapy, DBT, Marsha Linehan, describes DBT as having to do with a synthesis of opposites, a way toward accommodating two or more seemingly conflicted truths. For instance, quote, I'm doing my best and need to do better, end quote. The world may relate to this synthesis, but it is not about painting broad strokes over diverse experiences. Instead, it is an invitation toward curiosity and waymaking for difference. If you've drawn the world, consider it your task to consider the possibility that things which seem contradictory may actually be true at once. The Seven of Swords is, let me show it to you. There you go. If you want to read it for yourself. It says the Seven of Swords is often read as a card of deceit or betrayal. A person with a tricksterous gait has 5 swords in a hand as he steals off, glancing over his shoulder, lest he be caught and found out to be a thief. We can, and many do, interpret this card as an omen or warning sign that trickery is afoot somewhere in our lives among those we are close to. But we can also see it as an invitation to identify a part in ourselves that diverts our attention from relationship red flags or other valuable data and directs our gaze towards something easier to look at or more palatable. Maybe the part in us that pulls the wool down over our eyes, like Little Red Riding Hood willfully overlooking the enormous wool's teeth, eyes, and feet poking out from her grandmother's nightclothes, obscures or distorts information as a matter of habit in keeping with an old, outdated relational pattern. If we're curious about our capacity to trick ourselves, this line of inquiry can offer a pathway toward understanding what in us drives the urge to forge relationships with people and situations that cannot be trusted, and gives us something to work with in ourselves. So as you can see, it's very focused on self-help, discovery, thinking of reading for psychological understanding. Where is the wands in this book? Hang on. Where are the wands? Okay, here we go. Queen of Wands. You want to read that one? If you've ever been tasked with building or keeping a fire going, you know that to build and maintain a steady burn requires knowledge, dedication, and the right materials. Though old stories are full of scenes where a hero receives a charm that yields a magical shortcut or a direct line from nowhere to somewhere, it still seems true that there's something precious to be found in taking the slow way, if you have the patience and fortitude. You may begin with a spark so small you have to cup your hands around it to keep it lit, and arrive eventually to the Queen of Wands' throne, a place where the fire in your life, what inspires you, tells you you're alive, even reminds you what you're uniquely here to do, burns steady. And that is the guidebook. So, all right, let's do a couple of pairings. I pulled out a lot of decks here. The coloring on this is, like I said, is very limited. So I think it's going to go with a lot of stuff. Also, I like the block patterns. There's not a lot of texture. So in that way, I think it'll go with a lot of things as well. It's definitely a I'm trying to make sure I get these shuffled up because the first time I shuffled them, it took me a long time to get them mixed. And I know that I have not shuffled them well enough. So, let me see. Ooh, a Two of Cups. I love a Two of Cups. I do. Let's start with this one. This is a deck I haven't shown on my channel yet, but if you guys want to see a walkthrough of these decks, I got these this is I Am Her Oracle deck by Beauty and the Soul. And I'll put a link to her Etsy. I got this on Etsy. She had a sale where she had her 3 of her decks for like, I want to say they were like $30 for 3 decks. And then I also had a $10 off coupon. So I got all 3 of her decks for a very good price. And um I really like them. I like this one and her love deck. I haven't used the other one yet, but I'm sure I'll like it. And if I don't, it'll still be worth it for the 2 that I got and I really love. Cardstock on this is fantastic. If you want to see a walkthrough of these 3 decks, this one, the love deck, and the other one, I think it's like an ancestral message deck, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to do it. So this is one of those decks where it's like you get a lady on the front and a name, and then on the back a message. So with Alexis, it says, release the energy of feeling sorry for yourself. Life happens to us all, and you are no exception. Trust that things will get better. They always do. And I like this because it's also sort of this block. I don't know what this kind of artwork is called, but it's has the block coloring and similar color palette. So I thought they might go well together. This is Sasha. Girl, you just got to stop stressing. Trust that all of your problems have a solution and that it's only temporary. With the Hanged Man and the 10 of Pentacles, it's coming because your destiny and what you're here to do is your destiny and what you're here to do, and nothing's really gonna ever be able to stop you except for you. 2 of Wands and Temperance with Dominique. Let's see what Dominique is here to tell us. It's okay not to be okay. Trust that you are never alone in this battle called life. With the 2 of Swords and Temperance. And Felicia is here to tell us. Felicia, stop being a Felicia. Stop going where you're not wanted. Stop going where you're not welcome. Stop giving love when love has not been given. Reciprocity is a real thing. Give your time, love, and energy to people who will give it back to you. With the Hermit and the 6 of Wands. I like these cards. I do. And I think they look nice together. So yeah, I think it's nice to have a deck that I think will go well with this. I didn't have one that went well. I was just using it with whatever, you know what I mean? Which I am not above doing, but it is what it is. But now I think I like these together. So let's try one more that I have in this similar vein where it didn't really go with anything, but I was just using it anyway. Okay, so I have the Angels for the Modern Mystic. I have 2 decks in this. I have 2 decks in this box because if you know Lawrence King is the publisher for this, and they make these giant boxes with there's not, they put little, just a few cards. And so I put 2 Lawrence King decks in one box, and I got rid of the other box. So the 2 decks that are in here are Angels for the Modern Mystic and the Music Oracle. So we'll start with Angels from the Modern Mystic, or Angels for the Modern Mystic. So the information for this one is on the back. So this one is awareness. Seek answers within yourself. With the 2 of Wands and Death. The World and the Lovers with possibility. You are limitless. That was upside down, huh? With possibility, you are limitless. That's fun. I like that. Is this one upside down too? No. Angel of Bliss. Open your eyes with Ace of Swords and the Hierophant. Yeah, I like this. This is fun. I don't know about the readings, but I like the look of it. The Angel of Recovery. Heal your mind, body, and soul. Heal your mind, body, and soul with the Emperor and the 7 of Wands. Recovery. And one more. The Angel of Reason. Ground yourself. Ground yourself with the Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups. I like it, the look of it. The Angel of Courage. Be unstoppable. Okay, so be unstoppable with 7 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. Be unstoppable. When we read about the 7 of Swords, it talked about, our capability to pretend that things aren't as they seem so that we can do things that aren't good for us, without having excuse, right? Or making excuses so that when we're doing things that aren't good for us. So this message here telling us to have some courage and be unstoppable is like, if this is where you are, maybe you need some courage to push you out of that so that you can then achieve your full potential, for love and connection and, emotional well-being and stability. How can you achieve that if you're continuously hiding from the truth, hiding from, what's you're hiding from what you know to be true? But we have to have some courage to pull ourselves out of that. It's not always easy to be courageous in that way. She's cute. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. Let's look at the music. What is the Music Oracle? Music Oracles. The box is red. I don't have the box with me, but was written by Stephen Ellick, illustrated by Timba Smits. This is a Lawrence King mass market product. I'll put the links. I'll put the links below for all of these so that if you're interested in the deck, you can get it. So 4 of Wands, Knight of Swords with Maria Callas. And the way that these work, 3 different interpretations for each card. So depending on like what kind of question you're asking, you can choose which answer. So the one with the little glasses is like an attitude answer, and or reflecting of your attitude. This one with the little poison bottle is a lifestyle, and the music is an inspiration. So if I'm asking a question about inspiration, I would read, "You cannot survive on sensation alone." I was asking a question about lifestyle, I would read, "Befriend your inner serpent." And if I was asking a question about attitude or action, "Compromise is the enemy of perfection." And so that's kind of how these cards work. So 7 of Cups. Don't fall in love with your first idea. I like that. I'm just going to pick one and read it and see what we get. 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands with conduct a symphony in silence. Okay. So it's like you're fighting, but we're going to fight in silence. We're not going to tell everybody what we're doing. We're just going to make that shit happen. So 6 of Cups with the Empress and the fruits of Babylon are rotten to the core. Oh my goodness. Okay, Bob Marley. And one more. 5 of Cups with Justice, and you are your own best teacher. Okay, yeah, so I like that one. Is the Believe affirmation card set. I have a walkthrough of these, this one and this sister deck. If you're interested, I'll post it in the cards for you. But um, and you can find it in my decisions playlist. But this company, I like them and I like their stuff. They make good stuff and they give back. Like they give a meal for every. I think they say for every thing they sell, they give a meal to someone in need. So let's take a look here. We've got so this is an affirmation deck again with the simple line work, simple backgrounds. I thought it might look nice. I choose to rise above the hurtful things that can come my way with the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. I am mindful at all times and live within each moment with the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess. And these have like some gold embellishments and they also have quotes on the back. We all get the exact same 365 days. The only difference is what we do with them. With the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess. That's nice. Wheel of Fortune. I always speak kindly of others with the Fool. If you see something beautiful in others, speak it. And one more. The Sun with the Three of Wands. I am forgiving and my compassion replaces anger with love. The quality of your life comes down to the thoughts that you think on a regular basis. I like that. That's nice. See. Sacred is what you're feeling. Brave is what you're doing. I overcome my fears by confronting them with the Devil and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I like this too. I don't know. I feel like this deck, because of its RWS-iness, it's gonna go with a lot of stuff, like it can do whatever you really want it to do. So because for me RWS, I can do any kind of reading with that because this is a deck I learned on. It's like a basic deck. So I have one more I want to try and it's just for funsies. Oh, I have two more actually. So I just unboxed a deck recently. Here's a Devil. I just unboxed this one, the Tarot of the Dance of Souls. I have a walkthrough if you'd like to see it. And I thought these would go well together. I tried them together and I didn't like it, but I did mention it in the walkthrough. So in case anybody was looking to see them, I just wanted to show them together really quickly. Because maybe you like it. I just didn't like it. Let's see. So we've got the Devil with Creation and the Lovers. The Devil and the Lovers popped up here together with Creation is interesting for sure. Trust with the Magician and the Hierophant. The Tower with Abundance and the Two of Wands. Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands with Mind. So would that be like our Ace of Swords? Or maybe the King of Swords? Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands with Secret. I'm surprised that's not the Seven of Swords. Knight of Wands and the Emperor with Empress. Look at that. I don't know. I mean, now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I actually do like this. I don't know. I tried it and I was like, no, I don't like it. But now I kind of do like this. Maybe I was just in a mood. I don't know. What do you guys think about this one? Watching with Three of Cups and the Six of Wands. One more. Wheel of Fortune with the King of Wands and Strength. All right. And the last one, just for funsies, I want to try it with the Affirmies. This is called Affirmies. The magical fucking journey with this 50 card for profanity affirmation deck. I got this off Amazon. I'll put a link if they're still selling it. The last time I made a video with this deck, I did find it on Amazon, but it looked different. It's like been updated. So it's like on a second edition or something. but it's the same. From what I could tell, the cards are the same. It's just they changed the pictures a little bit, changed the backs. You know how they do. So I think it's the same. So if I find a link, I'll put it below. This deck is fantastic. I love it. It's so much fun. It's definitely a daily pull kind of affirmation style deck, with funny, cursey affirmations, or for a funny, cursey, inspirational, passages. So this one says, "You are radiant as fuck. Always bring your own sunshine. Your light is limitless. Feel all that badass energy running through you and get ready to shine bright on those motherfuckers like a fucking diamond you are. Shine so bright it bums the fuck out of their eyes." With the King of Wands and strength. Yes. And this one says, "Let that shit go. There's a lot of things we hold on to that drag us down. Write a list of all that bullshit you need to let go of and then shred it to fucking pieces. Time to make room for more positive shit in life." The Page of Swords with "You are a motherfucking superstar." And Death. I don't know if these are going that well together, but I kind of like it. They look nice together. So someday I may use them together. Calm the fuck down. 98% of your problems will be solved if you stopped overthinking things. You can't stop shit from happening. So learn to breathe through life's ups and downs with the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Cups. This is making me laugh because the Nine of Swords is like, okay, anxiety, you're just stressed. It's like, calm the fuck down. Got this little cute little Buddha. It's like, just breathe through it. Knight of Cups energy, right? Really very sweet, kind. You can do this kind of lighthearted energy. It's never that simple. It's never that simple to come from Nine of Swords to just calm the fuck down. The Knight of Cups would think it is, Be grateful. We want more in life. We're a greedy motherfucking species, but every now and then, just take a fucking moment to stop and smell the roses. Life is about enjoying the little things, like bathing in the blood of your enemy. With Judgment and the Page of Cups. Okay, we'll stop there. But yeah, I'll probably, when I pull this out, because it's out. It's out now. So once it's out, it's out. It definitely comes out this time of year, and I'll probably reach for this if I want a tarot deck to go with it. This is my favorite one. This is bullshit. Learn to deal with bullshit. It's everywhere. Just remember what other people say and do is a reflection of them, not you. Don't take things too personal. All right, and we'll leave it at that. So that's my review of the Change Tarot. Definitely has a very different outlook as far as the guidebook goes. So I think that's where things really get different. But the cards themselves, like, say you're not really into the guidebook, but if you're just looking for a nice rendition of the, an RWS tarot deck, this one is very pretty. The coloring is gorgeous. Look how it looks laid out. Stunning. Let me pull you out just a little bit so you can see more. It looks beautiful on the table. It's soothing. It's pretty. I can see, using this like for other people that are gonna like it. I like it. So I just think this is a solid tarot deck to have in my collection, or for anybody to have in their collection. If you read with the RWS, you're looking for a clone, this is definitely a good one. It comes with a different style guidebook, so it's not going to give you the same old. You know what I mean? You can check the description box below where you can pick up this deck and anything else you saw here today. I always put them down there. Anything that you can pick up on Amazon will be an Amazon affiliate link. If you do decide to buy it from Amazon, I would appreciate it if you use those links. It doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do is click the link, log in, and check out within an hour. I get a couple of cents directly from Amazon. It doesn't cost you anything, and I really appreciate it when you guys use those links if you do buy from Amazon. I will also put those links for the Etsy decks and all of those down below as well. If you want to see the walkthroughs of those, let me know. If I get enough people saying they want to see it, I'm happy to make a video for those. And I think that's all I have. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye.